Gianluigi Donnarumma has suddenly found himself at the center of a storm in European football. The towering Italian goalkeeper, once the immovable pillar between the posts for Paris Saint-Germain and widely regarded as one of the best in the world, is no longer part of Luis Enrique's plans in Paris. And now he's searching for a new home this summer. The news has sent shockwaves across the football world. Almost instantly, two Premier League giants, Manchester City and Manchester United, have entered the race. Both clubs see a rare opportunity to upgrade their goalkeeping position, and both understand the symbolic weight of such a signing. A head-to-head battle between the two bitter city rivals is brewing, this time not on the pitch, but in the transfer market. Donnarumma's agent, Enzo Raiola, has already made it clear. "We will consider solutions now. Maybe in Premier League there will be clubs able to pay what's needed." Fresh from their 2024-25 season, capped with the ultimate prize, the Champions League trophy, PSG's hierarchy wasted no time in reshaping the squad. But few could have predicted that one of the first names to go would be Donnarumma. According to Fabrizio Romano, the Italian shot-stopper has been told he is no longer part of Luis Enrique's long-term vision. Instead, PSG have already secured the signing of Lucas Chevalier, earmarking him as their new number one for the future. The decision has baffled pundits and fans alike. Donnarumma had been a rock all season, delivering consistent performances and remaining one of PSG's most trusted players. His omission from the squad for the UEFA Super Cup clash against Tottenham was the clearest sign yet that the end was near. Sources say he has prepared a heartfelt farewell message, thanking his teammates, coaching staff, and most importantly, the PSG supporters who have stood by him since his arrival in 2021. While he hasn't publicly criticized the club's decision, those close to him say Donnarumma is deeply disappointed at being frozen out. Contract circumstances have only accelerated the situation. With just 1 year left on his deal and no agreement on an extension, PSG face the prospect of losing him for free next year. That reality means his transfer fee this summer could be far lower than his true market value, turning him into a potential bargain for Europe's elite. Manchester City have quickly emerged as one of the frontrunners in the race for Gianluigi Donnarumma's signature. But inside the Etihad, there's one clear condition. The move will only happen if Ederson leaves this summer. It's a sensible stance. Pep Guardiola has always valued stability at the back and isn't about to shake things up without a genuine change in the number one spot. Ederson Moraes has been at City since 2017, almost a decade as Pep's undisputed guardian of the goal. He's lifted countless trophies, becoming an integral part of Guardiola's footballing philosophy. Earlier this summer, amid rumors of a move to Saudi Arabia, the Brazilian shot-stopper brushed off the speculation. "My future is at Manchester City. Some friends send me a lot of news, but 99% is fake news. I understand, but there's a lot of fake news around my name. My head is staying at the club. It stays with the city." And yet, the latest whispers tell a different story. Ederson is now in talks with Galatasaray. Negotiations have been opened and are progressing, though the deal is far from complete. Should it go through, City will need a world-class replacement, and Donnarumma fits that bill perfectly. Even if Ederson departs, City won't be short of options. Stefan Ortega has proven himself reliable every time he's been called upon, while the club recently spent £27 million to bring James Trafford back from Burnley. But Donnarumma's arrival would ignite fierce competition between the three. Ortega would face tough questions about his own future if he's not prepared to sit on the bench, while Trafford, just 22, could see his development stall without regular minutes. Over at Manchester United, Andre Onana's journey since joining the Red Devils in the summer of 2023 has been a roller coaster. There have been flashes of brilliance, moments where his shot-stopping and passing range turned matches, but also costly errors, particularly in big games. It's left manager Ruben Amorim not entirely convinced that his goalkeeping position is beyond question. With United in the midst of a squad rebuild, the club's hierarchy has identified securing a world-class goalkeeper as a key step to shoring up the defense and supporting Amorim's evolving style of play. Inside sources suggest Gianluigi Donnarumma is open to considering a move to Old Trafford, if United make an official approach. The key factor? PSG's willingness to sell for a cut-price fee with just a year left on his contract. That could put United in a strong position, even if their summer budget isn't primarily allocated for a goalkeeper. When asked about the Donnarumma rumors, Amorim played it smart. He insisted that Onana remains in his plans for the 2025-26 season, but emphasized that every player in the squad must fight to keep their place. It's a diplomatic stance, protecting Onana's confidence while leaving the door open should the Donnarumma opportunity become too good to ignore. If United pull it off, it would be a huge step forward in their defensive rebuild. Donnarumma would bring commanding presence, organizational leadership, and big game experience to a team desperate to return to the elite. In the early days of the Donnarumma to England speculation, Chelsea were floated as a possible destination. But the truth is, there was never any genuine contact or negotiation between the Blues and the goalkeeper's camp. The rumors quickly faded after reliable reporters confirmed the London club had no intention of entering the race. Donnarumma, however, is determined to test himself in the Premier League, a challenge he's long dreamed of. That might point towards Arsenal or Newcastle, but Arsenal already have David Raya and Kepa, while Newcastle have just snapped up Aaron Ramsdale, which means, realistically, the battle for Donnarumma is shaping up to be a straight fight between Manchester City and Manchester United. If Gianluigi Donnarumma were to join Manchester City, he would almost certainly walk straight into the role of first-choice goalkeeper for a side built to compete for both the Premier League and the Champions League. He'd be playing behind one of Europe's most impeccably organized defenses, marshaled by stars like Ruben Dias and John Stones. The biggest challenge wouldn't be the shot stopping, that's already his forte, but adapting to Pep Guardiola's ball-dominant system, where the goalkeeper isn't just a last line of defense, but also a deep-lying playmaker. Donnarumma's long passing and distribution are already strong, but Pep's demands go further, requiring flawless composure and agility with the ball under intense pressure. If the Italian can master that, he could become the perfect missing piece to keep City's dominance intact both domestically and in Europe. At Manchester United, the challenge and the opportunity would be very different. He'd arrive in the middle of a major rebuild, taking on a role that is part goalkeeper, part defensive leader. His presence could help define the identity of Amorim's new-look Red Devils, and the chance to become a new icon at Old Trafford is there for the taking. A world-class talent in his prime, leading the club through a difficult transition and back towards the biggest prizes. But this path would be more demanding, from stabilizing a still-developing team to handling the immense pressure of United's expectant fan base. Donnarumma's looming exit from Paris has become one of the defining stories of the 2025 summer transfer window. This isn't just another signing for a position of need, it's a blockbuster in every sense, a superstar name, a tactical game-changer, and a move that could send shockwaves through the transfer market. The battle between Manchester City and Manchester United goes far beyond a simple player acquisition. The outcome could shape not only next season, but the balance of power in the Premier League for years to come. His final decision will hinge on two key factors: the future of Ederson, the deciding piece for City, and Donnarumma's own personal drive. Does he want to challenge himself in a star-studded team that's already at the top, or become the central figure in an ambitious rebuilding project? Either way, whether he lands at the Etihad or Old Trafford, Gianluigi Donnarumma will be one of the headline arrivals of the 2025-26 Premier League season. His presence could dramatically shift the title race and add another thrilling chapter to the fierce rivalry between the two halves of Manchester.